Nothing is as unnerving as mind-controlled people and unexplainable real-life events.
Why is she frozen?
From bizarre incidents to some jaw-dropping moments that cannot be explained.
I was a little down when I found out I was injured and I had to...
Here we have for you some of the scariest glitches and eerie encounters that were caught on camera.
What's going on? Why are they standing still?
Have the reptilians taken over the Vatican? If there's one person on Earth we thought we could trust, it'd be the Pope. But now we're seeing something that's raising a lot of questions. Here, the Pope is evidently trying to scratch his nose, but ends up accidentally tugging on a silicone-like mask. This is all the proof people needed. Even if we assume this is just the Pope's skin, you can't say he's human. Nobody's skin literally snaps back like that. But if we have lizards running the world, it explains everything. Live broadcast. A former minister of Chile was caught shape-shifting during an interview as she was struggling to stay up straight. But what really freaked people out was this. It was her eyes changing shape, and pupils looked exactly like that of a lizard. The resemblance was uncanny, and that freaked a lot of the people out. Not only in South America, but the same was seen in the United States, when this reptilian of the administration was caught trying to blend in with its environment. She, or it, was acting nervously and tried to mimic what actual humans were trying to do. Barbara Bush. She was urging people to vote for her husband, George Bush, for president. But viewers noticed something creepy about her. Her eyes were strangely fixated, and her head movements were unnatural. People also noticed that she rarely blinked throughout this message, and the crazy in her eyes was quite unsettling. And she was never seen doing anything like this again, which made people even more suspicious of powerful forces controlling politicians to control the people.
Single morning, we all awaken to a safer, freer world.
Woman glitching.
Why is she frozen?
Is this woman lagging in real life? On the streets of London, a woman was frozen in time. Her eerie posture has baffled everyone around the globe. She was stuck 1 second and the next, completely fine. She didn't even react to it at all, as if she didn't even notice anything out of place.
Bro, I'm tripping. What the fuck?
Mark Zuckerberg. He has repeatedly been noticed acting suspiciously, moving in bizarre ways, mumbling even creepier words. So much so that people are genuinely starting to question his identity. They believe he's actually a reptilian creature hiding behind the mask of a human. These aren't baseless assumptions. On numerous occasions, Zuckerberg was spotted behaving erratically, as if he was still trying to learn the ways of us humans. Then, he slipped up during a TED Talk and tried to counter the accusations. But don't convince me that's how a normal person talks. You and I both know Zuckerberg's acting really suspiciously.
Are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard?
The game. While attending a basketball game, former player and now pundit Jalen Rose was recorded on camera, being freakishly still and hypnotized. He made no movements whatsoever, and looking at his eyes, it doesn't look like he was watching the match at all. Seemingly for no reason, Shaq was also caught doing the same thing for well over a minute, making people believe athletes are also just puppets. Bill Clinton. In an unnerving clip, the former US president looks paralyzed, or more accurately, hypnotized. His face is expressionless, something like a puppet. He was stuck in a trance, looking eerily pale and lifeless. Even more mysteriously, this was off air during the Bush-Clinton presidential campaign, and he is nothing more than a puppet for the masters that placed him in the White House. German comedian. No, that was not a technical issue, and no, it was also not a camera effect. She was caught shape-shifting during one of her shows. You can clearly make out what her eyes do, and even from the actual uploaded video at that time, shows this reptilian failing to contain her true self. She is a German comedian by the name Caroline Kebekis, and you can find the real video on her channel as well. However, suspiciously, that video has this part removed from the video, and those that saw it, Air managed to capture the change before being removed. Floating leaf.
Посмотреть. Волшебство.
A group of friends wandering through the woods saw this mysterious leaf floating mid-air without any support. As you can clearly see that it was not held by any branch or twig. And adding more fuel to the mystery, the leaf continuously spun into the air, making it a lot more mystifying. The people who captured it have described it as a glitch in a matrix. And well, the peculiar footage seems to have all the necessary ingredients that we can for sure call it a creepy glitch in nature.
Прямо посреди дороги.
Poltergeist caught. Now this is some real poltergeist stuff here. The CCTV footage shows a man sitting in a bar when suddenly his glass of beer gets knocked out by someone or something. Everybody gets stunned by this unusual sight. Let's rewind it here. You can clearly see that the glass moved on its own, fell down, and spilled all the beer on the floor. In this other footage too, a pint glass mysteriously smashes into little pieces. Now, this one too seems like a supernatural intervention. Frozen in field. If you thought that the previous entry was eerie, have a look at this one. The footage was captured by a man from his bedroom window, where you can see a flock of more than hundreds of sheep standing completely still in the field. While some passed it as a glitch in the Matrix, others investigated the origins, claiming that this happens when the sheep hear a wolf's voice, and as a defensive mechanism, they do this. Don't know about anything else, but if it's true, they sure are spooky and clever as heck. Invisible transportation. Am I freaking out, or is this woman riding an invisible bicycle? Before you say it's an illusion, look beneath her. There's only her shadow. What's more bizarre is that no one seems to pay any attention to her. And why would they? Even you failed to notice it. Okay, that is seriously chilling and pretty weird. Draymond Green.
I was a little down when I found out I was injured and I had to...
A basketball player randomly freezing on live TV is perhaps the best example of mind control, or more accurately put, MK Ultra. During a post-game interview for the NBA playoffs, Green suddenly lost all control of his emotions. It was so chilling to look at, as if he had been stuck in time. He remained still for a couple of seconds, as if he had just seen a ghost, or worse. His entire face looked so eerie. He only got back to normal when he heard his teammates say his name.
You know, guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands.
Plane glitching mid-air. A man driving on the highway saw this extremely bizarre sight of an airplane hovering in midair near Dallas Airport in March 2018. It appears pretty motionless. Obviously, airplanes can't just hover where they are in the sky. That defies the laws of science. So what on earth is going on here? Another footage from September 2009 shows a busy road with cars passing through, but a plane can be seen floating up in the air. Everything else seems to be moving, but the airplane is stuck in its position. Such a big vehicle, frozen like this. If this isn't creepy, then what is? Glitching cat. Have a look at this peculiar cat. Well, it does seem a bit weird now, isn't it? The cat is trying to walk, but it seems that its legs are not cooperating. People commented on this video stating that the cat was caught stuck in the glitch of a matrix. Well, whatever it is, it seems pretty sinister to me, honestly. And here is another clip in which a dog can be seen standing motionless on the floor. It looks quite disturbing. At the end of the video, the dog seems to be moving its tail, indicating that it was a real dog that somehow got frozen in time. Walking on water. Okay, is he really walking on water? An optical illusion? Or some kind of magic trick? A few months ago, a video surfaced from Indonesia that showed a local man with a backpack casually strolling on knee-deep water. The water was deep enough that it required a boat, but apparently he didn't need one. Turns out, the 51-year-old man you're seeing is very famous in his town for his unusual ability to walk on water.
Mariana, oh Maria, Bando, Bando, Bando.
Frozen fish.
Why are none of these fish swimming?
The visitors in an aquarium noticed something way out of the ordinary when they saw a tank, where all the fish just stood motionless in the water. Not one of them was showing any movements. Before you say something like it's a camera trick or whatnot, let me assure you that it is 100% real. I mean, just look at them.
What's going on?
In another account, when a man went to a pet store, he noticed that the fish there were completely frozen in time. One or two were seen moving here and there, but the rest didn't even flinch for a second. Stretching arm. A creepy image has been circulating the internet that remains unanswered. The image was taken from an actual incident that took place in Thailand a year ago. It was captured on a home security camera and begins by showing someone standing next to a dining table. Suddenly, his whole arm extends and grabs a bottle of water. The video ends when he looks at the camera, with his arm stretching like it did. I can only rule out the video to be a fake. Alter ego.
Oh my goodness, hello.
In this emotional interview with Diane Sawyer, Britney breaks down and transforms into an alter ego, a shift that was too bizarre to be considered normal. Have a proper look. She only started acting this way once Diane emphasized on the word spasms, which many people thought to be a trigger word to set off her alter ego. She wasn't the same after this, and over the years, even recently, Britney Spears has been acting strangely, making people question that it's more than just some inhumane mind control.
Ew, I'm embarrassed. Can we stop this?
Tree and car. This bizarre video opens with a large crowd standing in front of a car. The sight seems a little fishy as the tree can be seen erupting in the middle of the car. Now, how is that possible? People claim that the tree sprouted under the car overnight. Believe me, this is the only sane explanation for this weird sight. People in the crowd can be seen clicking photos and videos of the peculiar scene. Now, doesn't it make one wonder what came first, the tree or the car? Infinite food. Take a peek at that. The mother feeds its baby a single red berry, and then another and another. It goes on for a total of 8 times. The most unusual thing in this encounter is the constant supply of food coming from her mouth. The berries just kept on respawning in her mouth. Is this a glitch in the Matrix? Or has she found a cheat code for infinite sustenance? Court of Cats. A glitch that is so satisfying, you won't be able to look away. 2 identical cats were caught, not only sitting at the same spot, but looking in the same direction, only to be interrupted by a younger cat, who was an exact copy of them. And then, this happened. Okay, that is both wholesome and enchanting. Autopilot. Someone tell him that this isn't safe. An Indian guy was riding a bike, but as a passenger that too at the full speed. He was having fun with the thing, but the fact it kept on accelerating on its own is very strange. How is that even possible? Also, this ghost bike that kept on driving by itself on a busy highway in Paris freaked out many people. walking ladder. Okay, now what kind of glitch is this? This ladder was caught walking in a village in Kerala, India, alarming the entire neighborhood. The superstitious locals spread the rumors of it being a haunted and cursed object. To make matters more mysterious, several other haunted ladders were also caught on camera. But not to worry, this only happened due to the air pressure forcing the lightweight ladder to move. Mysterious box. As this motorist is driving on the motorway, his dash cam captures something that is more suspicious than a fluke. The box falls out of the lorry, bounces on the asphalt, and goes back in. But here's the glitch as it happens. Again! It defied the laws of physics because realistically, it should have flown toward the motorist. It makes one question if this really was just a mere coincidence or a glitch in the Matrix. Another dimension. There is no explanation of this video, and it has made netizens really shocked by this bizarre footage. A cat was caught on camera frozen in between dimensions for what seemed like eternity. It's not known if the cat was taking a shower or drinking from the faucet, but something happened to it that left it completely motionless, at least for a couple of seconds. It regains consciousness as if for a moment it had traveled to another dimension altogether. What do you think happened here?
Yo, you good?
Motionless bird.
That's a dead bird, and it's just floating in the air.
If one or two birds randomly freeze in the air, it's excusable that they got stuck in a power line or something. But when birds start getting stuck mid-flight all across the world, it is hard to ignore the possibility of our lives being a simulation. Take a look at this, and this. And that is not all. This one was straight up walking on thin air. Something strange is definitely going on, and they don't want us to know. Glitching scorpions. Scorpions are biofluorescent, that's for sure. But these ones are straight up defying the laws of nature. The scorpion's body seems to glitch from black to ultra blue, and vice versa. It's more like a chameleon than an arachnid. Maybe it's due to an error in its code or something else entirely. Flying ships.
A man in England snapped pictures at what appears to be a large ship floating above the water.
Apparently, ships don't only sail on the ocean, but also fly above it. The sea line is miles below the actual vessel, or at least that is what it looks like. When ships are recorded from enough distance, it creates a mirage that results in this. A neat optical illusion, or do ships have repulsion systems? You decide. Horses walking on water.
Where's the moms?
Two wild horses were caught glitching their way through a river by floating on the watery surface. Okay, don't put pressure on your little minds. This is actually an optical illusion. The people in the boat are moving, which creates an illusion of horses on the water.
Hi, buddies. Hello, baby. Did you get scared?
Peculiar glitch. I'll give you a few seconds to try to figure it out, what exactly this thing is. If the answer was anything other than a dog, then welcome to the club of being deceived by optical illusions. This wet dog on a beach has successfully fooled millions of people worldwide, so don't be too hard on yourself. Happens to the best of us. News anchor. One of the most obvious signs of mind control is blankness, where the person becomes utterly unresponsive. The best example of this was caught on live TV, when a news anchor, Al Roker, did this. What's really creepy about this behavior is that he was totally fine and normal, right up until the other person said the words, "Holy Ghost," which has religious significance, and people in the comments realize this.
Exactly.
You're high?
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost.
It was made worse when Anderson Cooper mocked in a joking manner about his sudden but bizarre behavior.
Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
Reptilian on camera.
По просьбе наших друзей. Моргни, пожалуйста.
Do you believe that certain people are not humans, but a different species trying to disguise as humans? If not, then you're about to become a believer. This is a Russian woman named Zhana, famous for her skincare products, and it works. I mean, look at her. She's 47, yet looks 23, but there is a dark and disturbing secret behind her success. I'm sure you noticed it as well by now. In many of her interviews, her eyes change shape and look eerily similar to those of a reptile. People believe she is a reptilian, and her secret formula is utterly horrifying.
Извини, продолжим.
Queen Elizabeth. People believe that the royal family not only has a disturbing past, but aren't humans at all. She has been seen with strange marks, and this picture of her black eye is really creepy and suspicious. It wasn't just the picture when she was caught on camera with a peculiar pattern on her hand. It was revealed her human skin was failing her. Her creepy eyes and even creepier smile has horrified people in the past, and it isn't just the royals, but all the elites. And you know what they say? The best way to hide something is to hide it in plain sight.
How are you doing?
Hillary Clinton. A normal human being does not behave like that to a fairly innocent question. It's almost as if her brain could not comprehend it. But the head tilt and moving it back and forth was definitely frightening for eyewitnesses. Even the reporter right in front of her was shocked by this enigmatic behavior. She tried to cover it up, but her creepy smile threw off a lot of people. And hardly a year later, she was seen malfunctioning. Her security had to carry her into the car, like a robot without batteries. Was this a clone? Alien form. It'd be one thing to see shifting eyes once, but to happen to a person multiple times. That's creepy. Nicki Minaj, whose eyes are repeatedly attracting attention because they just don't seem right. A few fans assume this was just her wearing lens, but on numerous occasions when Nicki herself claimed she wasn't, her eyes repeatedly changed colors. That's not all. An old video of Nicki surfaced recently, and keen-eyed observers quickly noticed her hands had oddly pointed joints with fanged edges. Levitating anomaly. This video surprised me to say the least. When I first watched it, I thought it was someone practicing their spiritual powers out in the open. This person is said to be a saint of a nearby village, and I thought he or she was on the ground channeling their aura. But it turns out, this glowing saint was in the sky as they slowly levitated above the ground before the person started recording. Whoever this saint was has certainly achieved a spiritual level far beyond what is humanly possible. Teleported dog. This clip was captured on an empty motorway in Chile in the middle of the night. You can see a car racing down the road at lightning speed. There was nothing on the road except the car, but just when the car passed, a dog appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the road. By the looks of it, it seems as if it suddenly teleported right there. Now what is this sorcery? I, for one, think that something really fishy is going on. Glitching briefcase. This bizarre and suspicious video clip of the current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Rishi Sunak, shocked everyone when the briefcase in his hand was seen changing colors. The briefcase contained some super secret documents. There are several videos on the internet where it first appears in red color and then gets changed to green, while in others it is first shown in red and then in green. Is this some paranormal stuff, a conspiracy theory, or just a camera glitch? I believe that it could be a camera glitch, but you folks are welcome to suspect anything. Shadow glitch. This video right here confused everyone, and it's understandable why. At first, everything looks normal, and that appears to be the cat's shadow. But as the video is about to end, viewers are revealed the truth. The thing that makes it harder to tell the difference between the two felines is the fact that both of them act the same way. It's just one of those rare occurrences where everything falls perfectly into place. Invisible cyclist.
I think the self-riding bike could really give a boost to the economy, because people could also work on their bicycle.
Camera glitches have caught cycles disappearing, which can be justified as either photoshopped or technical issues when the photos were taken. But what about a cycle moving in the middle of traffic with no one riding it? Such a peculiar glitch in the Matrix was caught in the Netherlands back in 2016. The footage is quite short, as it shows the cycle moving all by itself. As amazing as that looks, it was actually part of an ad for self-driving cycles. I know! Wish it was real.
At the Fietsersbond, we feel that this is the biggest invention since the invention of the bicycle itself.
Shapeshifter. Watch this next video carefully. Did you spot it? As the wave comes in, the kid mysteriously transforms into an adult. I know what you're thinking. Maybe this guy came with the wave, but that's why I said, watch carefully. There is no one underneath the wave, and the kid also disappears, which makes it more mysterious. Magical pass. Keep your eyes on the basketball. Did you see it? Yeah, the ball mysteriously teleported from Draymond Green to his teammate's hand. How did it happen? Was it another glitch in the Matrix? Or is there some actual logic behind it? Well, from another angle, we can see how he passed the ball to his teammate after bouncing it on the court. It's safe to say that it was just an optical illusion that fooled almost everyone. Mysterious lights. Strange lights were recently spotted in the skies of Hong Kong, and no one knows what they were. Watch the video carefully. There have been many theories. Some say it's a skyscraper hidden behind the clouds or sun rays through an opening. But the one that has intrigued many, and admittedly even me, is that it's a spotlight, like that scene from the movie Truman Show. Someone messed up, and we ended up witnessing a glitch in the Matrix. What do you think? Floating rocks.
Feels like the Matrix.
Don't do what this person just did, because this glitch can be unfortunate for you. A construction worker was caught walking on rocks that are not behaving like rocks. With each step, there is a ripple, much like how it happens to water. But these are pebbles. They appear to be in a semi-liquid stage, which is why you should avoid it. Think of it as rock quicksand. If the surface breaks, you can get trapped underneath. But I have no idea what this is, or how it's even possible. Rainwater glitch. These are two different incidents taking place in two different parts of the world, but the results are the same. The person recording couldn't believe their eyes when they saw rain falling only on one spot. In the other incident, other cars were in the parking lot, but only this one felt the downpour. I have never seen anything like this before. Honestly, it feels like an error in the system. There are signs for us to observe that our reality could in fact be just a part of a simulation. Car glitching.
We've had product reps out for a few weeks now doing some field testing on...
Self-color changing cars are here, or something else is happening in this clip. He is moving around the car, and after every few seconds, the color of the car keeps on changing. It's like this car is a skinwalker constantly shapeshifting. It even happens quickly, which makes it even more bizarre. Falling cloud. Great! Clouds have begun falling now. Is this some sort of a weird glitch because last time I checked, clouds usually appear in the sky? Surfaced more than a decade ago in Sharjah, a motorist caught this unusual phenomenon, and it went pretty viral on social media. The cloud was floating about, and even got stuck in a fence. It was debunked by the scientists who stated that this was industrial foam that traveled through the air and got stuck in the fence. Bizarre phenomenon. What you just saw was vitiligo taking place on a human hand in real time, or was it? This video with no background information has everyone trying to come up with an answer. In reality, this person probably used liquid chalk or had alcohol on it, and as soon as it came in contact with air and sunlight, the liquid started to dry rapidly, creating this illusion. Flat Earth. If you're not convinced that we live in a simulation, then prepare yourself for something unexplainable. This person has found the edge of the world which looks like a set, much similar to the famous movie, The Truman Show. The location is unknown, the person who captured it is unidentified, and who uploaded it is undisclosed. All of this has made people even more suspicious of everything, and perhaps they are right to feel this way. Today's topic of discussion shows a very creepy moment that was caught on camera. During an interview with the then US Ambassador, Kent Wiedemann, his mind control got momentarily broken, leading to one of the creepiest moments caught on camera. His eerie smile has unnerved many people on the internet, and he had no reason to smile at that moment. Kent's brain glitched out, and most likely, it was due to him hearing a trigger word.